Hi, guys. I'm here at my church, Christ Chapel at Sportstown in Macon, Georgia, getting ready to finish up the day and wanting to tell you about something that's coming soon. It's called Adrenaline Events. Let me tell you what that is. About 2 years ago, I really felt God pointing me toward using my gifts in youth events and not just youth ministry. I feel like He's equipped me to be able to organize and plan events, and I wanted to hear His voice and start moving toward that. And I felt like that was what He was telling me to do. It felt right, and so I began to walk that direction. And it's amazing how that over the last 2 years, He has started to open doors for some events. And I wanted to tell you about them because you're hopefully going to start hearing a lot more about them, and hopefully some of them will be of interest to you or people that you know. There's 4 events that my team and I are going to be focusing on each year. The first one is Adrenaline Beach Camp down just outside of Panama City Beach, Florida. We just came back from beach camp this year. A lot of teenagers' lives were changed and their hearts were drawn closer to God. We had a lot of people called into the ministry, and so many things went well this year. It was just a great year. We had 7 churches involved this year at Adrenaline Beach Camp, which is moving along for us and moving on to the next level that we're trying to reach in reaching more and more students. And then there's Youth Leaders Beach Retreat, which is coming up in just 3 weeks over Labor Day weekend. We're going back to the beach down there, but this time just with adult leaders, and we are going to try to inspire them. We're going to try to equip them, and for a lot of the time we're just going to offer them a time to rest, refresh, and relax and hang out at the beach. And so I know a lot of you are part of that because in years past we've done youth leaders retreats, and we've had as many as 25 adult leaders go with us, but this year the event has grown. There's 40 of us at least that are going to be there at the Youth Leader Retreat. It's going to be a very good event this year. And so I wanted to tell you that's one of the events. And then thirdly, we have a new conference that we're going to be trying in the spring. It's like nothing I've ever heard of. I won't give you all the details now, but the conference is called Exhale, and it centers around reaching out to your community. The reason we called it Exhale is because a lot of times we inhale the gospel, we inhale Bible study, we inhale preaching, and it does us good. But often we don't exhale. We don't breathe out spiritually. We don't give back to the community. We don't go out and tell people about who Jesus is through doing things in our community and to open doors, to let them know that we care about them and not just them coming to our church. And so we're going to do the Exhale Conference in April. And then finally, we have an event called Insomnia. And it doesn't happen at a certain time of the year. It happens anytime there's a Friday the 13th. And the reason we do that is because that date's easy to remember. And also we want the thing that the world might want to use for bad luck, for horror movies or whatever. We want to use that date for good. We want to turn it around like Genesis 50:20 talks about, and let God turn that around for good. And Insomnia is an all-night 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. area-wide lock-in here at our building here at Christ Chapel. And there's sports, there's basketball indoors, there's football indoors, soccer, there's concerts, there's always a midnight service where we share the gospel, we play movies, we have a snack bar. It's amazing. It's coming up in November, and so if you live in the area or anywhere near Macon within driving distance, you should think about coming to Insomnia. We have hundreds of students show up, and this time we feel like it's going to be more than 200 or 300 as it's been in the past. This time we feel like that there may be as many as 400 or 500 students to come. We're going to have a battle of the bands at this event, and it's still just $5 to get in the door. So it's a really cool all-night event that God is using in this area. And so those are our 4 events. Those are the adrenaline events that my team and I are working on every week. And I wanted to give you this message just so you would know that to expect to hear more about them. I hope that some of these things are of interest to you, and just know that we are working on websites as we speak. We're working on redoing some of our logos and starting some new marketing of the events, and we are also setting up a booth for that we can go and talk to others at other conferences and events about adrenaline events, and we're getting the word out. So if this is something that excites you, help us spread the word and be a part of one or more of these events throughout the year. You'll hear more later. Adrenaline Events. We're going to open up a Facebook group, actually, and it's going to be called Adrenaline Events, so I hope you're a part of that. Until then, we'll talk to you later.